Hello everyone, welcome to Metaphor ReFantazio.
I trust this will suffice.
I guess we can
God
watch the
smiles
cutscene
upon the
first
generous.
and yeah, then we can talk.
Oh, away with you! Back to your cesspit, beggar! A land grotesque as its people. You dreamt of utopia. You saw the tribes united as one. Oh. That dream died long ago. You should have done the same. Your kingdom will perish alongside you. By my hand.
I cannot fathom it. His Majesty killed in his own bed.
The blooms upon the prince's grave had yet to wilt. Without an heir to wear the crown, what will become of the royal magic?
Thus vulnerable, an invasion might undo us.
From within or without, the state hangs on a precipice. It may even come to civil war.
In dark times, we must stand together.
Your Eminence!
Who could do this? Few could even enter the king's chambers, let alone draw close. And yet,
His Majesty's arcane power could deflect near any blade. With all the royal bloodline's magic, who could harm him at all?
shadows stir in the castle just as they did with the prince. What hellbound soul could end a royal life? Who would dare such atrocity?
Luis.
A shame to die with no heirs. The prince was taken too soon. And only a king may wield the royal scepter, the very crux of his vaunted bloodline's magic, which made such a fine deterrent to war. One has to ask, them dead, who shall take the throne?
Okay, so yeah, so I've played like Atlas games before, Persona 4, Persona 5, and yeah, I did enjoy them thoroughly, so I'm hoping this game is at least as good as it. So yeah, let's see how this goes. I do believe like first 2 or 3 hours should be pretty hard on the cutscene, as this is an Atlas game. So yeah, it should start pretty slow and it should then pick up the pace. Other than that, I'm on an ultra wide screen, so the only mod that I'm using is the Metaphor fix. It just tweaks like stuff related to ultra wide. I believe it tweaks the graphics also a little bit, improving the artifacts caused by anti-aliasing and stuff. But yeah, other than that, like nothing else that I'm using, and yeah, it's a pretty vanilla experience. Metaphor ReFantazio. So yeah, let's get into the game. Name game.
Who's there? I can feel you watching me from a place beyond my sight. Whoever you are, please tell me. Does our world pique your interest?
I don't know much about it.
Pardon my curiosity, but would you tell me your name? That is to say, tell me who you really are. The one who meets my eyes across a strange threshold.
Okay, time to enter our name. If it lets me enter. So let's go with cheese. So yeah, I guess the fan of a unique RPG may remember where this name comes from. Okay, dude, let me just confirm it. Okay, your name is indeed Cochise. You will name the protagonist later. So what? I am not the protagonist? Anyways, let's continue with this.
Ah, a most unusual name. One I've never heard in our world. Which suggests to me you might reside in a world beyond ours.
You are
It is a
correct.
curious thing that in your eyes, my entire world is but the dawn of a story yet untold. Or to put it another way, this is a fantasy. But can it truly be dismissed as something so far removed from you? If indeed you wish to cross to our world for a time, I would first ask that you indulge one question. Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? Would you call it a powerless creation?
Not always, not always.
More than wishful thinking, more than fiction. Something capable of affecting the realities beyond its bounds. This must be what you believe. I confess, my own answer still eludes me. But consider, if fantasy is born from hope, a desire to make the world better than it is, then that hope can be made manifest. Thus does change come, and thus is fantasy forged into a new reality. Perhaps the story about to unfold before you will tell us. I'm thoroughly invested now myself, so let this tale begin.
I guess we can start on normal. Does it change the game in any way? Want to breeze through battles, standard difficulty, hard. So yeah, it's just the difficulty, normal difficulty stuff. Yep. So I guess the initial cutscene, it's kind of like breaking a fourth wall thing. I don't know. Like, I haven't read much about the game. I just know like it has gotten good reviews and stuff.
Looks like we're in the clear. The capital's just through this desert.
Is it true then? The king is dead? Aye, and the guards are more concerned with the funeral than keeping the roads safe. So now the monsters are roaming in broad daylight. No soldiers to stop them.
Monsters, huh? I've certainly been hearing the stories.
To say nothing of the vacant throne. There's a storm coming. Mark my words. That much is certain.
What's the problem?
They're bandits!
Come on, let's see some respect for the militia! Us folk, we're commoners. No crown or church will save us.
But Lord Luis will save us one and all. All we ask is a little tribute. You're with us or against us? And if you're against us...
An igniter? How'd they get one of those?
Come on! Hey, keep it moving! Hurry it up! Next one! Huh? Look at you. What have we got here? He's an elder. So he is. No horns, no knife ears. Filthy gremlin like you. What you got in the capital? Oh, what's this? Looks like you've been holding out on us, boy. Hold it! Should have listened to us, chum. Now fall in line! Unless you want to get stuck like us.
you drew steel. I take it you are prepared to die by it.
Stand aside!
Ugh, this place already feels like a death trap. You hear all that stuff about Lord Louis saving us? Hey, you okay? You still got all your limbs attached? Well, at least they didn't figure out our mission. Definitely could have gone worse.
What mission?
Come on! This is no time for jokes. You do know that if anyone finds out who we really are, it's all over, right? The mission's more important than either of our lives. If we screw this up, there's no going back.
But what is the mission? Like,
Think we'll make it?
okay, so now there's no more audio. I'm thinking we should find a place where we can see the whole area. Hold RT while moving to dash, B to dodge enemy attacks. Okay, some actions you can perform and their corresponding controls are displayed at the bottom of the screen. You can also use the minimap to see which way to go. You can view the tutorials you have seen before in the menu.
Let's go.
Else? Okay. Okay, so this is the dodge. This is what sprint. Cool.
Stop!
I'm sensing something close. Don't move. But are we fighting those?
Watch out!
Yeah, those look especially dangerous, so watch out. I don't think they have noticed us yet though. Press LT to use face sight. This ability lets you see the what's her name? Like Galicia senses in the environment. When you see an enemy who you have never confronted before, it will show as unknown. Prepare as best as you can.
Okay.
But this is what, like, X-ray vision and
Yikes.
stuff?
I think we're in a little over our heads.
What is this? Okay, this is just...
Watch out!
Okay, let's see if we can take one of these.
No, looks like they found us.
What? How do I...
Don't have much help with it.
Come on.
Don't go too hard.
Did he just take half my health? Okay, so I guess we are not fighting those. Yeah, this was the button for sprint. So yeah, I was saying, like, I don't really like to talk during cutscenes. So generally when there is a cutscene going on, you would generally see me, like, not speaking much. Okay, so we are not doing any damage to them, so let's just run.
Look.
Like, the game is looking decent, like, not really anything great. I remember Persona 5 looking much better than this.
Just checking, but you do remember what we're here to do, right?
Nope.
Right. What am I doing again?
Oh, I don't know. The mission that's more important than our own lives? First, we get to the royal capital and get you enlisted as a guardsman at the army's recruitment center. This could decide the fate of the whole country. We either do our jobs or we die. And if it's all the same to you, I'd rather stay alive. So we've got to see this mission through. Come on. We don't want the sun to go down on us in the wastes. Let's pull ourselves together and get back on the road. You know what they say. Anxiety breeds the world's cruelest monsters. I mean, fairies say that at least. I can at least cast my usual spell for you. It's the small comforts, right?
Right.
Music was the first magic this world ever knew, after all. Makes the road a little easier.
That is correct indeed.
Look! Over there!
But I believe Grandparent is already right there. Let's keep moving and try to stay out of sight.
Got a sec?
What's that glowy stuff? I'm guessing we need to avoid those. We can't do shit to them.
I don't like this.
Item. It's a medicinal herb. I believe it's a healing item. How do I use it though? Hold on. I'm guessing this was a tab for items. Restores 100, restores 50. I guess one more, yep. Let's go.
They must have lost sight of us.
Game seems to be running like pretty great, I would say. Like I'm at a pretty high resolution already and
Not good! Run for it!
This land of 8 tribes and 3 nations, all blessed by the power of magic. The United Kingdom of Uchronia. The year is 785. Uchronia is shaken to the core by the sudden death of its king. Anxiety breeds dissent among the tribes. Disparities tear them apart, and no mortal mind remembers the heroic tales upon which their land was built. By this story of fantasy, may this faded world be painted anew.
Whoa, just look!
like the visuals of the cutscenes and animations are like pretty great. It seems like I'm watching, an anime.
Get on with it, then! Drop the dog! Hang him dead! Please! I've done nothing wrong! Lying dog! Don't try to deny it! You trample the law for the fun of it!
Let it be known, for misuse of an igniter, you will hang by the neck until dead!
Yeah!
There's no way that crowd was going to listen to anything a Paribus said.
Such a shame. Might you spare some coin? Bless you. Oh,
careful!
Hurry!
Don't you have any street smarts? Come on, kid! Look, we're not tourists here. We gotta stay focused.
Right.
You noticed back on the wagon? You might be the only Elder here, in the whole city even. The capital's incredible. Just look at all the different tribes. You never see this kind of diversity out in the countryside. Not that it's very balanced. I see more Clamars and Roussants than anyone else. Which means a dopey Elder kid's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Try to keep your head down, okay?
Okay.
Did you hear what they're saying about His Majesty? They say it wasn't illness at all. I heard it was foul play, assassination.
Shh, careful who hears you say that.
But it's just like the prince, isn't it? They say he was attacked in the dead of night. A war of succession is coming, I tell you.
Sounds like monsters have been prowling the countryside. They're sending the guard out to deal with them. The army's really gone to hell. It's a far cry from when we had Count Luis at the helm, I'll tell you that much.
Hard to see how the nation can come back from this.
We'd not have to ask if the prince was still alive.
The king dead, his son stricken. Are there none left to bear the weight of the crown?
We've done all in our power, but not even the kingdom's best. The saint could purify this affliction.
Over 10 years he has languished under this curse. How much longer can his body hold out? No doubt his highness would protest. But since he cannot, we have no choice. For the man who cursed his highness and murdered our king, there can be no mercy. I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
Hey, are you listening? Well, I guess I can't blame you for feeling nostalgic. You and the prince were pretty close. Anyway, getting to the capital was only the beginning. Now comes the real high-stakes part. You gotta go get enlisted, so you can meet up with our operative. Remember, nobody here knows who we are. Nobody here knows the prince might still have a claim to the throne. That means if we get busted, that's it. Nobody's gonna save us. Step 1. Let's figure out where the recruitment center is. Shouldn't be too hard, considering the need for soldiers.
Okay, so yeah, I think that's our mission. Do you know where we are going? Feel free to admit that you are lost and ask me for advice. Press RB to open the local map. If you're unsure of what to do, try pressing Y. Galicia always has good ideas, or so she thinks. Press D-pad up in safe areas like towns to save your progress.
Whatever will I do?
So this just saves. So yeah, this is just me testing the game, seeing how it runs, checking my voice. So I guess we can just override it. Save complete.
Whatever will I do?
And it said press Y. We don't have time for details right now. If you're lost, check your map. Just go straight down the main street and you should find the recruitment center.
Whatever will I
Okay,
do?
and what was the button for the map?
Alright.
Yeah, RP. Okay, what else can we do here? Can we explore?
Incredible.
Okay, we cannot go in. At least not right now. Can we go in?
Hey!
Up ahead is Mishra. It's where we saw the gallows and those beggars. Let's not go there without any good reason. Okay. So yeah, I was saying the game is running pretty good. Obviously I have a decent rig, like not anything great. But yeah, I'm running at an ultra-wide resolution and I believe I am at 175% render scale. So basically I'm upscaling my game because the anti-aliasing is pretty terrible on this.
Oh my.
And plus I'm recording at the same time. Oh, hold on, probably kicked out the carriage for you, my sympathies. That's being held up for you.
What to do?
Just can't stand it.
Enter visible, can't let runners used to park here on this carriage parking area. Okay, but now it's fine. Okay, so I believe there's like nothing much to explore except for some lore, which again I'm all for. It seems, can we go in here? Seems like a bar. Let's not put food before the mission. We can always come back later. Okay, then let's just go. Never mind. RD was the key for sprinting. Let's just go there. But just out of curiosity, what is here and who is she? Okay, nothing to say.
Damn.
She seems Nice.
So you?
Oh, not trying to be rude, just mind yourself. This city and the friendliest was inferior. So she's an Ada too. I'm fine, purpose tribe or not, I can knock those fools 6 ways from, I'll say. Yeah, she's fine.
Damn.
Okay, I'm really not liking that, speedy effect.
Look at that. The new model's out now. I could be out there slinging spells like a master if I had one of those.
I guess that's the big city for you. Everyone and their mother has a magic igniter. So many different types, too.
Yeah, what's a magic igniter?
What's a magic igniter?
See, there's a couple in the window. Like an instrument plays a tune, an igniter casts magic. Pretty hard to come by out in the countryside. Can't imagine what it's like having to wave around some shiny stick to use magic. Me? I can whip out magic anytime I like. And I can even see the magla in the air. Though, I'm not exactly an archmage.
Wonders never cease. A fairy and an elden child. Are you new to our fair city? Well, I suggest you keep a low profile. Trust me when I say you don't want to catch the eyes of the lords and ladies. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I run this humble shop. Are you in the market for an igniter? Here's something that might catch a foreigner's eye. This is modeled after the royal scepter and would make the perfect souvenir.
The royal scepter?
You've really never heard of it. Wow. Where do I even start?
A symbol and instrument of the crown's sovereignty. Passed down through generations. If you believe the legends, it houses incredible magic. World-shattering power. More practically, you might call it the world's most potent magic igniter. And in the king's hands, it was enough of a deterrent to stave off invasion.
Now he's dead. But no living heir either.
Tragic, isn't it? Kingly magic is of little use without a king. You picked a bad time to visit, boy. I don't know why you're here, but there's trouble brewing.
I'll keep that in mind.
A word of caution then. Your survival is your own responsibility.
Well, that was
For a shady
unnecessarily
woman,
ominous.
she speaks too much.
She has a point, though. We'll need to be careful. Anyway, we don't have time to hang around chatting with the locals. We've got a recruitment office to find.
Like, I'm expecting a shady person to be, much more quieter.
Let's head there.
Shop igniter. Okay.
Oh.
So, like, where can I check if I have money? Okay, money 0. Never mind.
Give it a fool, I say. Who else can it be?
Yeah, so I was saying I really don't like this effect. Okay, I thought it was kind of an open world, but it's like Persona only, like you transition with the loading. Yeah, I was hoping that we had blended in with the crowd and no one would notice, but you are an Ada, people have sharp eyes, and I thought you don't want to draw attention, but hiding your tribe is only going to make it worse. People may insult you, but do your best to stand tall. Easier said than done, I'm sure, but it's for the sake of the mission. And on that note, the recruitment center we are looking for should be just ahead. So yeah, I will try to read as much as I can. But yeah, depends on how much there's stuff to read. So like, I do enjoy a lot of CRPGs, so I am used to reading. Young man, might interest you in our shop. Yes, there's not really mustache shop. Do you have something that costs no money? If your loss is a large building down the street and to the left, stop by when you
know.
have time. I do business here. Okay.
I'm out of ideas.
Okay, so I guess this is the recruitment center. Let's just go in. Let's just advance the story. I don't think they will let us do anything else.
That must be the recruitment center. I'll let you take it from here. It should be pretty straightforward. Oh, and if they start asking questions, just be as honest as you can. Lying will only make us more suspicious. So long as you don't compromise the mission, you're fine. Good luck in there. Knock 'em dead. Okay, you got this.
A blue blood, are you? The army's no place for velvet-swaddled lordlings. Why are you here? Perhaps your noble family collapsed under its own weight. Is that it?
Lineage seems a strange measure for a soldier's worth. I'm looking to enlist. Is that enough for you or not?
An uppity one, aren't you? Fine, lordling. Welcome to the Guard, where it'll be your privilege to die screaming and bloody in service of your country. But mark my words, war will turn your arrogance to piss. When your corpse is plucked from the mud, do try to look patriotic.
Rousing words, Captain. You think threats will buy loyalty? No wonder nobody respects the Guard anymore. But I'm here now, so perhaps the kingdom isn't a lost cause.
Insolent pup! You will learn your place.
Don't. The healers have enough on their plates already.
Be gone, and be thankful you're still in one piece. All right, next. Hurry it up.
This should go good.
An elder? I thought your kind was long gone. Age 18. An orphan, too. The army can always use more of those. So, what brings you to enlist?
I guess I need money.
I need the money.
Pragmatic, if nothing else. But I suppose a vagrant like you could use the work. So, what can you bring to our beloved corps? Any skills to speak of?
I'm stronger than I look. I've got a sharp mind, punishment. I'm small but quick. So generally in games I do like to go for strength, but seeing our character, I don't think, like, just from the role perspective, like, strength would be good. Sharp mind, again, I don't really like playing intelligent characters. Like, the only game that I really did play intelligent character was Disco Elysium. But yeah, I guess so now this would be fun. I've always been lucky. Yeah,
I've always been pretty lucky.
I asked for your skills, boy. Right, last order of business. Make your mark or sign your name if you're actually literate.
okay, so yeah, what should we name this guy? Okay, let me think. So I was thinking that I would name my character Cochise. I generally go for that. So yeah, about that, I'm thinking that the king, the guy that was lying around, the one who we are trying to save and stuff, I think that is Cochise. Like they said that he hasn't woken up for 10 years or something, and I believe it's something related to the mind and stuff. I guess we can go with Eldraine, going as in like he's an elder. Again, not unique, but yeah, I'm not unable to come up with anything else currently in my mind. So yeah, let's go with this Eldraine. Yeah, his name is Eldraine.
You know your letters, do you? We'll get some use out of you yet. All right, lad. Welcome to the Guard.
Yes!
I'm sure you heard about the monster sightings, so stay sharp out there. We're short-handed as it is, so be a good lad and try not to get killed on your first deployment. You can pick up your kit at reception. Standard issue guardsman armor and igniter. Kingdom property. So if you break it, it's coming out of your commission. On your way now. Up to. Next.
On a long line, guess we have got no choice but to wait our turn. Interesting, interesting.
Let's hurry.
In line. Okay, fine, fine. Unmotivated man.
Whatever.
Yes, I'm here gonna be listening. Well, not with choice if you don't have money or a job. You want a magic igniter? Join the queue. Cutting's only gonna get you chewed out. Okay, I can just straight up join the queue. Let's try talking to this guy. You're listening as well. The line starts behind me. If so, Azor, was there something you need? Nope, nothing. I'm sure you're wondering the same thing they were. If there's steak on the table at home, what earthly force could drag me to enlist in the Royal Army? Well, let's just say I have my own circumstances. In order to protect the kingdom, foolish or not. Fine, fine. Let's just join the queue. So I haven't really decided like how long the episodes
I
will be.
heard they get sightings.
What? Of those huge monsters? You think that's why we're low on soldiers? Wish they'd have told us that. What do they call them? Something like, human...
Next! Another Clamar. Wait, no. You don't look like the others. Surely not. An Elder? It's the first of your kind I've seen.
See, Aldrin's a pretty good name.
Move it. There's a priority around here. We're arming squires and children with igniters now. Waste of good gear. It's better off in my hands. Give it here.
Brute force and crude insults. The world is yours for the taking.
Care to say that again, boy?
We all have our reasons to enlist. Now get back in line.
Oh, another high and mighty Clamar, is it? You think your pretty words will measure up to pure Rousseau strength?
Oh, forget the tribes. This is a matter of pride. Now, you owe us both an apology.
Come on. No fighting in the ranks.
Sorry for making a scene. You all right?
I had it handled. You didn't need to butt it.
Okay, I didn't want to say that.
Up. I don't think that's unreasonable. Well, see you around. Try not to die out there.
Don't make my job any harder, please. Here, your igniter. These days, most come with their own magna crystals. So with practice, anyone can use magic. To an extent, anyway. It's not the sort of thing you can master in a day. For now, newbies like you best focus on surviving.
As the captain I spoke with earlier had them too. They must take on many different forms, like the one I saw on the main street.
And take this too. Protect it with your life.
Wow, that's a real map. It's dangerous to even chart the wilds, but this is full of details. Only the military could pull this together.
Listen up, striplings. My name is Captain Klinger. And as of this moment, you miserable lot are under my command. I'm sure you've all heard about our forces being tied up with the funeral proceedings for His Majesty. But if you think you're on cushy security detail, think again. First, you will be deployed to a fortress at the northern border, where you will be trained into true guards. Our veterans there will teach you the one thing you need to master if you're to survive. Pain.
Perfect. That's exactly where our contacts hold up.
Enjoy tonight's sleep, because it's the last full night's rest you'll get. Dismissed!
look at all the other recruits. They really are desperate for new blood. Oh, right. I know you don't know what our contact looks like yet, but he'll know you by your sword. He'll also know right away why we've come. And don't worry, I'll recognize him. Well, the charming captain is probably right. We should get some rest before tomorrow. Hey. You awake?
Yeah, I'm awake.
Sorry to bug you. Look, I just have a lot on my mind. Can't seem to fall asleep. I'd heard about what it was like in the capital, but still. When you hear and see all this prejudice out in the open, it's a lot. You okay?
That's just how it is.
Well, I don't think that should be how it is. Some people are even saying it's the lesser tribe's fault that the monsters are showing up at all. These are the same kind of people who burned down your village, remember?
I'd rather not think about it.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. I'll drop it. The prince was kind to take you in. He cared more about who you were than what you were. I can see why you'd want to repay him. Oh, speaking of, he's the one who gave you that book, right? Can I see it?
Sure, I guess.
I gotta say, I've been curious. Thanks.
Okay, I guess another...
It's what you call a fantasy story, right? So it's a fantasy world made up by the author. The prince loved those kinds of stories. Okay, let's see. It says the young traveler was amazed by the world he saw. In this world, there is only one tribe. All people accept each other, and no soul is born into discrimination. Wow. So not even any fairies? I guess less differences means less to argue over. In such a world, there is no need for sorcery. A megapolis is built through learning and labor. Towers of glass that reach the heavens. Safe nights with no dark shadows. Busy streets well traveled. And in the laws of these emotionally satisfied people, it reads, all lives are equal. Whoa. I see. No magic, no tribal conflict, and equality for all? It really does sound like a fantasy. But it's strange to feel envious of a fictional world. Hey, are you asleep already? You know how hard it is for me to turn these pages on my own? Well, guess I'll just read more later. Good night.
Okay, I thought like that man from the start would have some conversation with us. Record the events thus far. Okay, so it's just saving. Hold on. I guess this it's a pretty great time to stop. We will continue in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. Take care of your health, because I know like during gaming we sit for long hours and stuff, but yeah, like you only have yourself at the end. So yeah, take care of yourself. See you guys in the next one.